Hey y'all, it's Katrina with Faith and Loops Crochet. I wanted to hop in because I wanted to share probably a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that I had. I got to go on a yarn haul. So my husband and my kids took me on a yarn haul to Michael's. Not just one Michael's, not two, not three, but 4 different Michael's. We went to 4 different Michael's in a 50-mile radius of the house. So we all know that Sweet Snuggles Lite is starting to change their formula. So I wanted to go through the stores and get as much of the old stuff as I could. So I ended up with 60 skeins of yarn, and I spent a grand total of $465. Now, this is not normal for me. This is not something that I probably will ever do again. That is a huge, huge load of yarn. So you can see what my floor looks like. I'm going to pop in a picture right now of what my floor looked like whenever I got home. So you can see my floor was absolutely covered. Now, I had to figure out a way to put it all into the wall. So I'm going to go ahead and show you me putting everything into the wall, and then I'll show you the wall and go over what exactly. So you can see I had some stuff falling on me. I had to move a whole bunch of stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and walk you through what was left, what I still have to do, and what all I got while I was there. So I got a list with me. So if I keep looking down, I'm looking at the list. So I ended up having to take this stuff off of the shelf. So I'll have to find a place for it. But this is what I got. So I'm going to start right here with my yellow. So with my yellow, I actually ended up getting 8 of these. I found out that yellow is not really that popular of a color. I think it is. Yellow I think is a beautiful color, but I don't think it gets used a lot because I found a lot and I could have bought a whole lot more of yellow. So if you're looking for yellow, you might be able to find it. I could have probably bought another, I don't know, 6 things of yellow. I actually put some back. So I did get 8 yellow. So I'll be making a lot of giraffes and stuff with yellow for a while. So I did not find any of this color right here, which is the blue, the darker blue. Didn't find any at all. So this particular color couldn't find. So I actually found some of the, and I'm going to back you up a little bit because I'm all up in your face. I found some of these yarns right here that are in blue, but it's not the typical blue I use because they're not as bright. So I did get one country blue, and I got 2, well, no, I only got 1 of the blue shadow. So I can fill it in with my light blue, if you could see down here. So I'm going to move to the other side of the wall. Now, light blue, I ended up getting 6 of the light blue, which I thought was totally awesome because I have enough of the other blues to match with the light blue. Light blue is kind of one of those things, you use it quite a bit. So I got 5 of those. I think I said 6, but I only got 5 of those. And then the Petro blue, to me it's teal, but I mean that's what the name that they called it is. I got 3 of those, and I can use those quite a bit. I can just see me making some of the jelly pops with them. I think they'll sell really well. The greens. I use a lot of green. I use it for the base of the turtles. I typically use the ice green, But I only found 3 of the ice green. So I went ahead and got 3, well, right here. I got 3 of the baby green so I can use them and swap them out for the base color of my turtles if I need to. Now, the coral, I actually found 2 of the coral. That's all the orange I found the whole time I was there. I didn't find any of the old stuff or anything. So I'm thinking that people may be stocking up for what the next season. I'm not sure. But I couldn't find any of the orange. So that was the only 2 I found. And both of them were in the old stuff, which is pretty awesome. So I got 3 of the light green and 3 of the baby green. And I did not find any of the agave. None at all. I already have quite a bit in stock. So it's one of the colors that I found that I have to order online. Typically, they're out of it a lot. So I'm not really surprised that I didn't find any in store. Now, I'm going to move you up a little bit. There we go. We're going to talk about this top shelf. Now, this color right here, I didn't find any at all. That is just the darker teal. Without pulling it down, I'm not sure in the name. That's the darker teal. Pink, nowhere to be found. There was no pink at all. Absolutely no pink. So, I think if you got pink, you need to hold on to it, make it. Because if you start a project and you don't have any more pink, you're going to have to switch to the old stuff. Or the new stuff, if you run out of the old stuff and it doesn't line up. I tried it the other day because I do have some of the new stuff. And I tried to mix it with the old stuff. And it was clearly a difference that you could see in the project. So just in case you do start a project, be very mindful that the colors don't mix and you're not going to be able to replace it. So the pink, did not find any. Found a lot of the old stuff, which I was surprised because, like I said, I went to 4 different Michaels and every single one of them had a shelf full of the pink. So I think that speaks volumes about how bad the quality is on the pink. So I'm so hoping that they fix it. So I did end up getting a whole bunch of gray. Now, the gray I use on my possums, and my possums are like my #1 seller. So I did end up getting 6 of those, which is awesome. And I might just dedicate those to my possums. I haven't decided how I'm going to switch my yarn or what yarn I'm going to go to. I figured if I went on this yarn haul, that I could go ahead and get enough to at least get me through a market or 2. And maybe some custom orders. But it's kind of to the point where I'm going to have to probably change yarns. And I don't know what kind of yarn to go for. Any suggestions would help. I know a lot of people would try to find some dupes for Sweet Snuggles Lite and Chenille Home Slim. And they haven't found any. I'm not sure if I can find a dupe. And I don't use Burnett Blanket. And I use the Sweet Snuggles Lite. I've tried the Parfait Chunky and I don't really like it. It does make a much smaller project. So I'm probably going to be searching around. So if you have any ideas or suggestions, I'm willing to do some dupes and try to find out which ones I like the best. And I'll probably do some future videos about those. But that's one of those things that's in the future. I got enough right now to keep me in stock for at least 2 markets, I think. So, at least. Might go on a lot longer. So, I did get 6 of those. And I got 2 of the silver, which the silver I typically use for my elephants and stuff like that. So, I think that'll work pretty good. Now, the blush, I got 2 of the blush and 1 of the rose. I only found 1 rose. And I only found 2 blush. That was all that I found at all 4 of them I went to. So I think because this is the old and not the new, that because they couldn't find a decent pink, they were buying out this pink. Because this is typically one that I find on my Michaels, the one that's closest to my house that I normally shop at. They normally have these color pinks and don't have that pink up here. So, I'm not 100% sure if that's maybe the reason why, but I only found 3 of those. And I'm going to switch down a little bit. Now, the purple right here, I got one purple. It was the only one I could find. I didn't find any, I take that back. I found one dark purple, and it was the worst I've seen so far out of all the new batches of yarn from Sweet Snuggles Lite. It was by far the worst. It felt so, it felt like it had like almost like a wax or oil on it. It was so horrible. It was so bad. I was like, honey, you have to feel this. And he's like, ew, that feels nasty. And it really did. I don't know what they did to it, but it was really bad. And that's the only dark purple we found as far as the basic dark purple. So I went ahead and decided I was going to get some boysenberry. So I got one boysenberry. It's the only one we found. So that was another one that I got. And then while I'm over here, I'm going to go ahead and go to the cream. Ended up getting 2 creams because I already had some in stock. The Sea Pearl, I ended up getting 3 of those. Now, I did get 2 of the new version. Now, with the new version, I actually got 2 of the same lot. And for some reason, this particular one, it was new. It didn't look as ratty, and it seemed to be a little bit thicker. So I know it's the new, but I think that these 2 right here will work with the regular. So I'm thinking that it's going to be okay. So, I mean, we'll see. It's one of those things, you know, you have to just work up. I'll tilt you a little bit. You're a little crooked. I mean, I'm just going to have to work them up and see how they do. And I'll share whatever I come across as far as this goes with you all. I couldn't find any of the sand. Sand is one of those colors I use quite often. I couldn't find any, but I did find fog. And this fog right here is, I don't know if it's just the dye lot, but this fog right here was a little less on the green side and a little bit more on the brown side. And I'm pretty sure it's probably not going to show up on camera because I tried it earlier. But this one has a slightly brown tint versus the green tint, which is very promising because I can use it in place of the some of the sand that I use. Now, one thing you never find at my store, ever, is terracotta. That is just something my store never has in stock. I don't know if they don't order it or it just flies off the shelf. But I found 3 of them. I'm so excited because I only had one, and it's one of my main colors that I use. You know, you use it for a dog, you use it for a cat, you use it for a deer. You use it a lot. You even use it whenever you do like the giraffes and stuff. So it's a color that I go through. Oh, my monkeys. Yeah, it's a color that I go through really, really quick. Kind of sad that I don't have any. I know that a lot of people use the Cinder Burnett blanket. I don't know if it's not as soft. So, I'll see. We're working on it. We'll see what colors I use. I'm going to have to go on another shopping spree months from now to check it out. So, I also got one of the mustard. I went on a mustard kick a couple months back, and everything that I made was mustard. But I use it for like my beehives and stuff. So, I got 2, oh, you can't see them. I got 2 up there on the top shelf that I bought like a month or 2 ago, and it's in the old formula, so we'll see. So, last but not least is the white. White, you can pretty much do whatever you want with white. So, I got 6 of those. Oh, no, I'm sorry, I got 7 of those. So that is my yarn haul. I spent a lot of money, and I'm hoping it was a good business decision. You never know exactly what to do sometimes when things like this happen. You have to kind of pivot. I don't know what kind of yarn I'm going to use, and I think I'm going to be ordering some to try them out in the meantime to see if there's any like somewhat replacements. I'm not a Burnett girl. So I don't know if that's something I'm going to go to, but like my light pink, I'm going to have a light pink. So I'm going to see what I can switch in, what I can work in and stuff like that. Any suggestions, I'll be more than happy to take. And if you have any, I'll buy them and I'll do a dupe run and see which ones might take the place. I'm hoping that Michaels does go back to their old formula, because I think a lot of people, and I've noticed a lot of other creators talking about it, they're not happy with the decision that Michaels has made. Michaels was a standalone with their Sweet Snuggles and their Chenille Home Slim. But one thing I did notice, and I don't know if anybody else has noticed, the regular Sweet Snuggles and Chenille Home Slim hasn't been touched yet. So if you find a problem with your local store not having it and you're running out of stock on the shelf, maybe it's time to go to just the regular Sweet Snuggles because they haven't changed it yet. Well, if you stuck with me during my yarn haul, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed going over it with you, my exciting haul. They always say that, you know, crochet is an addiction and yarn collection is another. So I'm pretty sure I got both after getting 60 skeins of yarn in one day. So if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. And thank you so much for sticking with me. And I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day. God bless.